का मकसद यूक्रेन की फौज को ज्यादा से ज्यादा नुकसान पहुंचाना था। इतना ही नहीं, रूस ने यूक्रेन को मिलने वाली मदद को रोकने के लिए ब्लैक सी में भी माइंस लगाई थी। पूरा ब्लैक सी अगर देखते जो तस्वीरें आई थी उसमें जगह जगह माइंस तैरती हुई नजर आई थी। रूस का मकसद था ब्लैक सी के जरिए यूक्रेन को जो शिप मदद लेकर आए थे उनको तबाह करना। लेकिन कीव और ब्लैक सी में रूस ने जो माइंस लगाई थी वो पुराने तरीके की माइंस थी। खार्किव में जो माइंस मिली है वो बेहद खतरनाक है। तो अमेरिका का कहना है कि रूस, अब अगर हम आगे बढ़े अपनी फौज को लेकर के, ये दावा अमेरिका की तरफ से किया जा रहा है, रूस अपनी फौज यूक्रेन में अब लुहांस्क और डोनेस्क में खुद को मजबूत करने के लिए
Hello and welcome to this special where we will discuss the Lucknow Super Giants versus Delhi Capitals' big match in IPL 2022. I am Shubhayan Chakravarti and joining me is Nikhil Narayan. Nikhil, before we go deep into our discussion, let's give a first breaking news to all our viewers. The toss update coming from DY Patil Stadium in Mumbai is that Lucknow Super Giants have won the toss and have opted to field first. There are plenty of changes in the playing 11s as well, which we'll discuss, but the latest coming from Mumbai is that Lucknow Super Giants have won the toss. KL Rahul have won the toss and opted to field first. And Delhi Capitals, of course, they have made 3 changes to their playing 11, and Lucknow Super Giants have made one change into their playing 11. We will discuss that, but the latest coming from DY Patil is that Lucknow Super Giants have won the toss and have opted to field first. A good decision, Nikhil?
A good decision, but not a decision which will determine the match, Shubhayan, because all the 5 times the captain winning the toss, yes, has decided to chase, but in the 4 previous matches, it's been 2-all, the result-wise. Batting first has won twice and chasing has won twice. So it will not dictate the course of the match, but given LSG's team, they have a very strong batting lineup, number of all-rounders. I think chasing makes better sense for them.
True, and the Lucknow Super Giants have made one change to their playing 11. Manish Pandey is out of the playing 11, which we had discussed in our Hindi preview, that Manish Pandey was not getting any sort of runs in that Lucknow Super Giants playing 11, and in his place comes in an all-rounder in the form of Krishnappa Gautam. So Krishnappa Gautam, all-rounder, didn't get a game for Chennai Super Kings last season, but makes into the playing 11.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because they are going with this policy of multi-skilled players. So they want players who can bat and bowl, and why not? Those are the sort of players who bring the maximum utility in IPL and T20 cricket. Also, Manish Pandey hasn't been in the best of touch. We were discussing before the show. He might be left out, and he was. Krishnappa Gautam is a fantastic hitter of the ball. He has a very high strike rate in T20 cricket, domestic 150 plus. So I think it's a good change. Given their chasing, with that deep a batting order, I mean, they've started well.
Absolutely, and Delhi Capitals have made 3 changes into their playing 11. David Warner, the big gun from Australia, comes into the playing 11. Andrik Nokia from South Africa, a lot of noise around his fitness and whether he would be playing in this IPL or not, but he is in the playing 11, all fit and firing to go. And Sarfaraz Khan comes in for Mandeep Singh in that playing 11 as well. So 3 changes: David Warner in place of Tim Seifert, Andrik Nokia in place of Khalil Ahmed, and Sarfaraz in place of Mandeep Singh. So Delhi Capitals were playing with three foreigners only. So they were able to make this straightforward change. A good 3 changes.
Excellent 3 changes. I mean, Warner and Nokia we don't need to discuss. I mean, they walk into any side, and this gives Delhi a massive boost. Absolutely. Both match winners can finish matches in a space of overs. Sarfraz, as you were discussing, is a great replacement.
In terrific form
in domestic cricket. So, Sarfaraz replacing Mandeep, again a very fine call by the Delhi Capitals management.
Absolutely, and now it remains to be seen whether these new players adapt straight away into the playing 11, but we'll take a look at the playing 11s as well. So here's the Delhi Capitals playing 11. Rishabh Pant, the captain. We have a new opening pair for DC. David Warner will open with Prithvi Shaw, and that's one exciting opening pair on paper. And then we have Sarfaraz Khan, an in form and and dangerous Sarfaraz Khan there. Lalit Yadav has made a great start to IPL 2022. Rovman Powell, the big hitter, is there. Akshar Patel, Shardul Thakur, multi-utility, multi-skilled players in there, and Kuldeep Yadav, Henrik Nokia and Mustafizur Rahman complete their playing 11. Your thoughts, Nikhil, on that on this playing 11?
I think now it is a very powerful unit.
Yep.
Earlier the batting was very strong. Now they've strengthened the bowling and the batting. Warner and Shaw, potentially the most destructive opening pair, in the IPL. I mean, they get going 6 overs, 100 is on the card. Yep. I mean, anything is possible if they get going. So Warner and Shaw, then is Pant. Batting goes deep. Bowling, Nokia, Fizz, left armour, Kuldeep Yadav is in form, Chinaman,
Akshar give you left
arm orthodox of Akshar Patel, restrictive bowlers, wicket takers, looking like a very fine team.
And they have all their bases sorted now. Even Shardul Thakur can give you overs up front and then come in the middle overs and give you the cutters as well. So a well-rounded team. They have express pace, they have a left armour who can give you slower variations, but We'll take a quick look at the result of the toss from DY Patil Stadium in Mumbai. So, Lucknow Super Giants have won the toss and have opted to field first. LSG have made one change into their playing 11, whereas Delhi Capitals have made 3 changes into their playing 11. So, Delhi Capitals, LSG will be fielding first, and LSG have made one change in Manish Pandey out of the playing 11, and Krishnappa Gautam comes in for Manish Pandey, a good change there. And Delhi Capitals have made 3 whole-scale changes: David Warner, Henrik Nokia and Sarfaraz Khan coming into their playing 11. So, Nikhil, we will dive deep into their playing 11s and the tactics they have formed so far. But looking at LSG start to the tournament, they have won 2 out of their 3 matches, whereas DCR won 1 in 2 matches. Your thoughts into going into this playing 11?
I mean, Lucknow started well, and we expected them. They are one of our playoff teams. Actually, so is Delhi Capitals. For Lucknow, I think, KL Rahul again continues to be the run machine. He's 2 fine knocks, failed only in 1 match. Quinton has, done well in 1 match, but failed in 2 matches. They expect more consistency out of him. Evan Lewis, 1 fine innings against CSK. He's a match winner. But for me, there's 2 standout players, Deepak Hooda and Badoni.
Yep.
Deepak Hooda 250, strike rate around 145, 150. Badoni fearless on debut, brilliant knock. For me, those 2 define the ethos of this Lucknow team. No fear. A very well-balanced team, a team whose USP is all-rounders. Yep. One all-rounder after the other. Jason Holder bowled brilliantly in the death overs. He is back.
Marcus Stoinis is yet to join this team.
Imagine that. I mean, this team has
plenty of all-rounders.
Plenty of all-rounders. Ravi Bishnoi is not at his best right now. He's been economical, but he hasn't taken many wickets. But expect him to become, as the pitches wear and tear increases, he will come onto his own. Avesh Khan was brilliant in the last match. So really, I mean, this team has no weak link at all.
Absolutely, and the comment section are open for you all, and let us know which team you are supporting in today's match between Lucknow Super Giants and Delhi Capitals. Will it be Lucknow's Galoti Kebab or will it be Delhi's Chole Bhature? Let us know which team you are backing in this match between LSG and DC, and let us know which player are you looking forward to watch in this match. We will talk about the X factors in this team because there are so many big name players in there. We will start with the LSG and DC team, but before that, News9 Sports is our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, type News9 Sports and subscribe to our channel, because be it IPL, Indian cricket team or news related to all the other sports, be it football, hockey, athletics and all the other sports in the world, we are giving you all the in-depth coverage on YouTube. So go to YouTube, subscribe to News9 Sports. That's our new YouTube channel. Nikhil will go straight away to the X Factor players, plenty of big name players, plenty of match winners in those playing 11. So from Lucknow, which player are you looking forward to watch?
From Lucknow, I can't go past Deepak Hooda. He's been in such a great form as a finisher in the death overs, and it's not just slam bam. Yep. He's come in difficult situations in both the matches when the team has lost early wickets. So in the first half of his innings, he's resurrected the innings, picks the singles and twos, built the platform, and then he's gone helter-skelter. Yep. And striking at close to 150, he is actually in contention for a finisher's spot in the Indian 11 now.
True.
He also bowls off spin. He's very excellent fielder. Yep. So Deepak Hooda for me, just the clean striking with the ball, intelligent batting, for me, he is the finisher and he's the X factor.
Look at those 3 knocks. Look at those couple of knocks. I mean, 2 half centuries. He is in the race for the orange cap as well. He's 5th in the list right now. But 2 magnificent half centuries. They're coming in difficult situations and winning, helping LSG win those matches. And 119 runs at a strike rate of 145. He's batting at number 5 or number 6, Nikhil. So this is absolutely phenomenal and has emerged as one of the brilliant finishers in IPL 2022 so far.
Absolutely. I think Deepak Hooda for me is the X factor because, you know, just to show the temperament of building your innings when you've lost early wickets, and then pressing the accelerator shows maturity. And this maturity makes Deepak Hooda now a complete batsman, not just someone who just comes and hits the ball out of the park.
True.
So that maturity shows that he has grown as a batsman.
Absolutely, and not only grown as a batsman but as a person too, because recently in an interview he has dumped all his past few feuds with Krunal Pandya and has said that we are brothers and brothers keep on fighting, so we are now on the same page and have mended all our differences. So that's a good news, great news for Lucknow Super Giants, because Krunal Pandya and Deepak Hooda, these are the 2 domestic all-rounders. They have banked heavily for this tournament. Nikhil, we will discuss the X-Factor player from Delhi Capitals as well. Who is that?
I mean, David Warner at the top of the order. Just one of the greatest batsmen in IPL history, if not the greatest, along with maybe Gale and AB de Villiers. David Warner, average of 42.63 and a strike rate of 141. Perhaps the only batsman along with Johnny Bairstow to have an average above 40 and strike rate of above 140.
True.
3-time orange cap holder. That no one has scored 600 plus runs in a season more times than David Warner. Player of the tournament in the 2021 T20 World Cup which Australia won.
Yep.
David Warner is, he's like a little mini bomb at the top of the order, and when he explodes, and he will explode because of what has happened with SRH.
He has a point to prove.
He has many points to prove, and I'm looking forward to his opening partnership if he gets going with
Prithvi Shaw.
Oh my God! I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Absolutely, two splendid opening pairs on cards today. KL Rahul, Quinton de Kock for Lucknow Super Giants, and David Warner and Prithvi Shaw for Delhi Capitals. So it's going to be a battle between 2 giants of opening pairs, and let's see whether which opening pair will leave its mark in this match between LSG and DC. But let us know which team you are supporting in this match between LSG and DC. Two super teams they have assembled in the mega auctions, and Lucknow Super Giants have started reasonably well, winning 2 matches out of their 3, whereas DC have played only 2 matches, losing 1 and winning 1 so far. But Nikhil, we will talk a bit about how Lucknow Super Giants have managed so far. Obviously, we were talking that KL Rahul's captaincy is also improving with bowling changes and the way he's managing his fielders. So you see that improvement there. But what about Rishabh Pant? A lot of pressure on him when it comes to winning this IPL for DC.
Yeah, I mean, Delhi have started well. I mean, they haven't started brilliantly. One expected Shaw and Pant to lit the stage on fire. They haven't exactly done that. They've had a mixed bag. But it's still very early days, Shubha, and we can't judge them based on only 2 matches. And, in many ways, this contest is also a contest like an audition for a future captain of India. It's a contest between Rishabh Pant and KL Rahul. So in that way, there's a mini battle within the larger contest that who will be better on the field with the bowling changes. I think so far, I would say maybe KL Rahul, has done, marginally better than Rishabh Pant on that regard.
So KL Rahul is what Nikhil is saying has done better as a captain, but all the fantasy players, we are there for you. We have made a fantasy 11 and we are going to help you out in making your fantasy 11 as well. So Nikhil, let's take a look at the fantasy 11 as well. For this match, Jason Holder is our captain, KL Rahul, the vice captain, Rishabh Pant is there. David Warner, of course, walks into our fantasy 11. Even Lewis, Ayush Badoni, Akshar Patel, Deepak Hooda, Mustafizur Rahman, Avesh Khan and Ravi Bishnoi. This is our fantasy 11, but where is Anrik Nokia?
Anrik, for me, I'm going to make a big call. I want Anrik Nokia in this team. I'm going to remove Jason Holder.
Oh.
I'm going to make David Warner captain.
Nikhil is going with David Warner as captain. Despite Jason Holder doing that well in the last match, he was one of the biggest game changers for Lucknow.
I mean, I need to play Nokia. After what he did, in the UAE leg with the ball, the best fast bowler in the UAE leg, body line in your throat at 145, picking wickets, not concede less than 4.5 runs per over in that leg. Henrik Nokia is just brilliant. There's a reason why Delhi Capitals retained Henrik Nokia and not Kagiso Rabada.
But Jason Holder did so well. He can bat as well. If there's a collapse, Jason Holder will give you runs. How can you remove such a utility player?
What do we do? I mean, what do we do? Who do we drop?
See, currently we have 4 Delhi Capitals players, so we can't even touch them because 7-4 is the equation you can keep at max. From Lucknow we have 7 players. Jason Holder, he has done so well for Sunrisers Hyderabad in past as well, and just walked into the playing 11, gave you a match-winning performance. How can you drop a player like him?
See, then the only thing we can do is, since you can have 5 overseas players, then I may just drop on form Akshar Patel. I may drop Akshar Patel and then play both Holder.
But we can't chop and change anyone from Delhi Capitals as well, because we have 4 DC players and they have to be there.
Oh God! Now this is impossible. No, I'm putting my neck out. I'm removing Holder. I'm getting Nokia in.
Okay, so Nikhil has said that he will make David Warner the captain, and Jason Holder will walk out of the playing 11, and in his place, Henrik Nokia will come in. But Nikhil, that's your version. I might not agree with that because Jason Holder, the way he performed in that last match and transformed that Lucknow Super Giants bowling attack, especially the last over, the pressure he took, I think I will go with Jason Holder in that fantasy playing 11, and Henrik Nokia, I'll give him at least 1 match to come into the scene, whether he's bowling quick or not, whether he's in that rhythm, because he hasn't played a lot of cricket in the last 2-3 months. But Nikhil will put your version as well, we'll keep my version as well, and it's up to you to decide whether you are going with Nikhil's version or my version, because both the teams I feel is going to give you points. So that the final call relies on you. We'll take a quick look at the fantasy 11, be it Nikhil's or mine's. Nikhil has made a big call that Henrik Nokia will come in to the fantasy playing 11. This is Nikhil's version of fantasy 11, where David Warner is the captain, KL Rahul is the vice captain, Rishabh Pant is there, Evan Lewis is there, Ayush Badoni, Akshar Patel, Deepak Hooda, Mustafizur Rahman, Avesh Khan, Ravi Bishnoi, and Henrik Nokia. This is Nikhil versions of Fantasy 11, and I'm pretty sure David Warner is going to give you runs and points in plenty. So if you are banking on Henrik Nokia, if you are a DC fan and banking on Henrik Nokia to pick up wickets, then this is your Fantasy 11. You can take a look at my playing 11 fantasy 11 as well, because I have gone with Jason Holder and relied on the West Indies maestro to deliver again as an all-rounder, because he's your utility player. If there's a collapse, he can come in, walk into the lower order and give you some big hits, more points there. So there are more chances of Holder picking up more points if he can get going with the ball. So this is my version. The final call relies on you, whether you want to go with my version or Nikhil version, but yes, plenty of points up for grab. But Nikhil will quickly move to the key contests in this match. There are so many matchups in this 2 playing 11. So we'll start to take a look at the key battles, but let us know which battle you are going to enjoy in this match, because Avesh Khan is going against David Warner, Ravi Bishnoi against the middle order of Delhi Capitals. So there's plenty of matchups. Nikhil, your first matchup?
First matchup is an all South African matchup. It is Quinton de Kock versus Henrik Nokia, and this could be a very interesting battle. See, 4 innings, 23 balls, 24 runs.
Oh.
So Quinton hasn't really dominated Nokia in 2020 cricket, which is mainly IPL cricket. And therefore it is interesting. Nokia, whether he will attack Henrik Nokia, because he's failed in 2 out of 3 innings, Quinton de Kock. Whether he will be circumspect like he's been so far. So therefore, and this will set the tone for the rest of the innings. So Quinton versus Nokia is going to be an interesting battle.
Absolutely, and Henrik Nokia, we know, can rattle any batter with his pace, bowls 150 consistently, and Quinton de Kock, as Nikhil has said, has not set the stage on fire so far in this IPL 2022. Nikhil, another battle you are looking forward to?
Another battle is in the middle overs, which will pan out between David Warner and Bishnoi.
Oh.
And this could be interesting because Bishnoi actually bowls wrong guns. So wrong gun means he will take the ball away from David Warner.
Yep.
So if he takes the ball away, which will become a little difficult for David Warner, And interestingly, look at the 2 innings, 4 balls, 5 runs. So not too much of a sample size, but already dismissed twice.
So Bishnoi has an upper edge.
He has the board. He has the board, and because he will take the ball away, because he only bowls wrong runs and very rarely bowls the conventional leg break. I think this is going to be a very interesting battle in the middle over should Warner last till then, which I'm expecting he will.
Absolutely, and Warner, as what I was reading before the match, that Warner doesn't have a very good record against googly bowlers. So David Warner for his national team has also struggled against the slow ones who bowls the googlies there. So that's a very interesting matchup between David Warner and Ravi Bishnoi. We'll take a quick look at what happened in the toss. So Lucknow Super Giants have won the toss. KL Rahul made the right call at the toss and have opted to field first. So you are going to witness Prithvi Shaw and David Warner take the field first as DC gear up to bat first after LSG won the toss and opted to field first. LSG have made one change into the playing 11 as Manish Pandey walks out of the playing 11 after 2 poor matches, 2-3 poor matches, and Krishnappa Gautam, the all-rounder, comes in place of Manish Pandey, whereas Delhi Capitals have made 3 whole-scale changes. David Warner comes in for Tim Seifert, Enric Nokia comes in for Khalil Ahmed, and Sarfaraz Khan comes in for Mandeep Singh. So these are the changes, Nikhil. We have discussed the key matchups. And you know, we'll take a look at the playing 11s once again. Any single player you are going to pick in terms of being the game changer or match winner from this 11?
For me, David Warner and Enric Nokia. David Warner with the bat and Enric Nokia with the ball. I mean, Warner at the top of the order, we've discussed his credentials. He's hurting. He has a great record. I think he's going to go ballistic in the power play. And Enric Nokia in the power play with the ball, like he did what he did in the UAE leg. I think he'll take wickets. He'll be bowled just short of a length. The ball will come. It will be body line at your throat. No room to play your shots. It's going to be very difficult for the batsman.
You know which player I'm looking forward, Nikhil? I'm looking forward to watch Kuldeep Yadav bowl again, because the way he has bowled in this IPL 2022. Earlier there were criticism that his arm action is very slow. He's bowling slow. He's not up to T20 levels with the variation of pace. But Kuldeep Yadav in this IPL 2022 has bowled at 98 kph, has bowled as slow as 78 kph as well. So he's varying that pace impeccably well, and it looks like Ricky Ponting and Rishabh Pant has given him new wings, new confidence that you can be the bowler you were.
Absolutely, and therefore, because of this variation, Shubhayan, you know, he is the best bowler so far for the franchise, because he's picked 4 wickets in 2 matches and not conceded runs, conceded only 6.25 runs per over, which becomes very significant given Aksar, the bowler who is usually very economical in the middle overs, has gone for above 9. So Kuldeep is also taking wickets and being restrictive. And also we've seen the national captain, India's national captain Rohit Sharma, he's going back to wrist spin. So he may go back to Chahal and Kuldeep, the famous Kulcha pair, at least in limited overs cricket.
Who knows? Yuzvendra Chahal has started phenomenally well for Rajasthan Royals, his new franchisee there, and Kuldeep Yadav has found his confidence back for Delhi Capitals. Is Kulcha on cards for the T20 World Cup? Who knows? We'll take a look at the LSG playing 11 as well. So they have made one change. Manish Pandey is out of that playing 11 and Krishnappa Gautam walks in. KL Rahul is the captain. Quinton de Kock, Evan Lewis, Deepak Hooda, Ayush Badoni, Krunal Pandya, Jason Holder, Krishnappa Gautam, Ravi Bishnoi, Avesh Khan and Andrew Tye. Nikhil, same question. One player who can be the game changer from this.
See, I've already mentioned Hooda as my X factor. But today I think, I'm just getting a feeling Ravi Bishnoi with his wrong guns may make may get the wicket of Warner and may contribute in the middle overs, because he's only taken 2 wickets from the 3 matches so far, gone above 7, which is fairly restrictive. But I think today it will be a 4 overs, 3 wickets, 25 run match winning spell, which he did consistently last season.
Yep, absolutely. That's a very good point made by Nikhil. I'm looking forward to watch Ayush Badoni batting again, because the way he has stepped into the big boots in that IPL zone. It is commendable, because he hasn't played a lot of first class cricket as well, and the kind of confidence Gautam Gambhir and LSG team management has given, it is showing on his game, and it's such an exciting talent. But for all the sport lover, if you are watching this show, go to YouTube, subscribe to News9 Sports, because that is where we are bringing you all the detailed coverage from IPL 2022, and not only IPL 2022, from the Indian cricket team football team, hockey, athletics, so many sports going around the world that we are going to give you all the in-depth coverage only on News9 Sports. So that is your destination if you want to follow not only cricket but other sports as well. So don't forget to subscribe to News9 Sports, which is our new YouTube channel. Nikhil, we talked about the key matchups in power play. We'll move to the middle overs now. Middle overs, such a crucial period where this IPL has seen teams going all out in those middle overs. It is not the same IPL where teams take time, push out for singles and twos, and then attack the final 4 overs. So what is the middle over matchup card giving today?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the battle between KL Rahul and Akshar Patel. Yep. If you see the head-to-head, again, it has been dominated by Akshar Patel, interestingly. He's taken a couple of wickets, he dismissed him twice, and the strike rate is also very low for KL Rahul, which means KL Rahul hasn't really attacked Akshar Patel. With Akshar Patel taking the ball away from the right-hander, it's an interesting battle. Remember, Rahul is in form, but Akshar so far hasn't started well. Yep. Economy is above 9. So this could be a very interesting battle, and Rahul likes to build an innings. He may be the anchor of the innings, and he may definitely face Akshar Patel in the 7th, 9th, in the middle over phase. Absolutely. So this will be an interesting battle which can define the middle over phase for both the teams.
Absolutely, and Akshar Patel, with that angle, the sort of angle he brings in from round the stumps, I think he can outfox any batter on his day. And KL Rahul, he has started well. With his partner Quinton de Kock, but has not set the stage on fire, barring one 99-run stand that came in the second match. So pressure will be on KL Rahul and Quinton de Kock to not let Deepak Hooda walk into 4-5 down in the power play and force him into such situations again. So Quinton de Kock and KL Rahul will be key for Lucknow Super Giants in this match as well. Nikhil, any other matchups we are talking today?
In the death overs, I'm looking forward. I think we have a graphic if the producer can play. Yep. I'm looking forward to Fizz actually bowling. I think it's
Mustafizur, with his slower ones can be a restrictive option. We'll put our graphics of that death over slot. Deepak Hooda versus Mustafizur Rahman.
This could be very interesting because Deepak Hooda has been the finisher. Fizz has a number of variations. Slow left arm, he bowls a fantastic yorker. 8 balls, 7 runs. So again, Hooda hasn't dominated Fizz. Fizz hasn't dismissed him yet, but given sample size, Hooda hasn't taken Fizz to the cleaners. So this could be very interesting because Hooda is in brilliant form, Fizz is in good form. A very interesting battle in the death overs.
Absolutely, and a lot will depend on the situation Deepak Hooda walks in. So far we have seen him walk in critical situations when the team is in trouble, twice in 3 matches. So Deepak Hooda, whether he walks in a tough situation, whether he's there in the death, only at the death after a good start, it remains to be seen. But Mustafizur Rahman, the sort of strike rate he has, an economy of Deepak Hooda strike rate 87.5 against Mustafizur Rahman. Very interesting because 2 informed bowlers. Mustafizur started his tournament well. Deepak Hooda is on fire, but whether that is possible or not will depend on the pitch and conditions as well. So we'll take a look at the pitch and conditions as well and what is on offer at the D.Y. Patil Stadium in Mumbai. Nikhil?
Yeah, I mean, if you see the captain winning the toss has put the opposition in all 5 times, including today's match. That hasn't been necessarily, a winning mantra because in the 4 previous matches, two times the team batting first has won, two times the team chasing has won. Average score batting first 174, which is a good score on this wicket. Dew will not be much of a factor. It's getting reduced as the tournament goes on. They're using the anti-dew machine. So straight boundaries very important, very short. So you can go for the if you play in the V, you'll get your value for your shots. Side boundaries, at least one side of the ground is very 70 plus. So that's going to be difficult. You'll see a lot of 1s and 2s and 3s. So therefore, it's a very interesting ground. It's interesting when you fast bowlers get help in the initial few overs. And therefore, I think, chasing or batting first, Shubhayan, for me is not an advantage on this wicket. I think it's a neutral wicket. It will help the pacers initially, but as Grahamstone said in the pitch report, it's a good batting wicket. I think 175, 180 will be a par score, but given Lucknow's batting depth, I think Delhi would be looking for a little cushion of 10 to 15. I think they'll be happy with 185 plus.
185 plus is what Nikhil is saying. Do let us know whether you want more than 185 on board, whether you want to witness flurry of sixes. Drop down your comments in the comment section. But here's the breaking news coming in from DY Patil Stadium in Mumbai. David Warner and Prithvi Shaw, Delhi Capitals newly formed opening pair, is at the crease at the moment. Prithvi Shaw, we know he has been in terrific form for Delhi Capitals in the last couple of seasons, whereas David Warner, after all the controversy with Sunrisers Hyderabad, is back at where he started his IPL journey at Delhi. Back then it was Delhi Daredevils, but now it is Delhi Capitals. But Jason Holder, Nikhil, my Fantasy 11's captain, is there to open the bowling with Lucknow Super Giants. So an interesting battle, because Holder can give you that steep bounce, outswing. Very interesting battle against Prithvi Shaw and David Warner.
Yeah, also interesting because I think, I don't know who will come from the other end, maybe Avesh Khan, or maybe they want to hold,
Ravi Bishnoi,
and maybe they want to hold Avesh Khan for the death overs, because that is an area of concern. This is going to be interesting because Holder is a very tall man.
Yep.
The release is tall.
7 foot, above 7 foot.
And both Warner and Shaw are not very tall.
Yep.
So it's not going to be easy to hit, Jason Holder. I mean, if he gives room, you can cut and pull, but it's not going to be easy to lift him straight down the ground. And if the boundaries straight are shorter, so it is going to be a very interesting contest.
And Jason Holder, mind you, is not giving, does not give a lot of room to the batters with the new ball. With the old ball, it's a different kind of situation, but with the new ball, it's very different. But here's the news from the DY Patil Stadium. Prithvi Shaw and David Warner, Delhi Capitals' new opening pair, are out at the crease and will face Jason Holder with the new ball. So that's the latest coming in from Delhi Capitals. Nikhil, before we wrap our show, final comments: Delhi Capitals or Lucknow Super Giants? I'm putting your predictability on meter. First inning score and the winner.
I think Delhi would score 180. I think Lucknow will chase it down, but it's going to be a close contest.
A close contest is what Nikhil is saying. And we are expecting a feisty contest, because the combination of two teams, new players have come in. For Delhi Capitals, Lucknow are looking like a formidable side. But for all our viewers, if you're a sports lover, want to witness good sporting coverage in form of videos, then go to News9 Sports on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell icon, because this is where we are giving you all the detailed coverage regarding IPL, regarding Indian cricket team, and from all the other sports from the world as well, be it football, hockey, athletics, and much more. So go to News9 Sports on YouTube and subscribe to our new channel. So that is where the news from the sporting world will come to you. Nikhil, you have said Lucknow are winning this tightly fought contest?
Lucknow, but just barely.
Just barely. Let us know whether you agree with Nikhil on that point. I don't think Delhi Capitals fans will agree to it, but this is what Nikhil is predicting. Nikhil is predicting a LSJ win. I am going with DC, because Delhi is Delhi. So that is it from our show. Thank you so much, Nikhil. It was a fun chat as always. And do subscribe to News9 Sports, because that is where we are giving you all the detailed coverage regarding IPL 2022 and the other sporting action as well. So thank you so much for watching. And yes, drop down, subscribe. Thank you.